Hey guys, July Lioness here on Thursday. This is number 9. Yeah, Batten VEDA number 9. And the question, oh, and my dog. Hi dog. She loves to look out the window. The question was, let's see, where were you 10 years ago? Okay, so that would be 2005. In 2005, I was living in Phoenix, Arizona, and USA, and I was working at a big mall, big indoor shopping mall. The company, it was a ladies' clothing company called Coldwater Creek. Nice ladies' clothes. They market to oh, excuse me. Oh. They market to women, I think, age 35 and up. So at that point, I was in about 40, roughly 40. So that was my age group, and it was a nice job. Usually retail is just really horribly cutthroat, and that was probably the best retail, the most pleasant, I'll say. I wouldn't say best, but the most pleasant retail job I had in quite a while. Because we were all kind of on the same page, nice ladies around my age and a bit older. I think the ages were from about 30 to maybe 70. And we all loved the clothes. Boy, did we love the clothes. And the boss was this girl in her 30s, very sweet, and she just was so easygoing and everything, and she just didn't put any pressure on us for anything. She just said, have fun. You just have fun. Really, that's all you need to do is have fun. And she just let us, because made sure that we were happy. And since we were happy, we were, it was a really good experience, and people made friends and all this stuff. And she got fired. She got fired. And then we got a real of a manager, and it just got all stinky. Oh, you gotta make your sales quotas, and then push, all this garbage. And most everybody quit. Like, oh hell, there goes another one. It was too good to last. And yeah, so there I was living in my apartment there with my 2 kitties, my black and white tuxedo, Betsy, and my long-haired black named Lorelei, after my favorite Styx song. And 1-bedroom apartment, a nice complex, and it was across the road from the mall where I worked. But it was Arizona, so you would think you could, oh yeah, just walk across the street, be there in 10 minutes. Wrong. If you ever been to Phoenix, Arizona, boy, traffic galore all the time. And boy, those roads are just crazy, and the drivers are terrible. It's just no fun whatsoever driving around Phoenix, which I believe at the time anyway is like the 5th largest American city. So it's huge, and it was difficult for me to even get across the road to get to work. It was nuts. The shopping mall was really big, really sprawled, huge parking lot. So I had this big old car, Lincoln Continental Mark V, a 1979 one. Red with a white roof. Real pretty car. Huge, 20 feet long. Land yacht. That's what they call them, land yacht. And unfortunately, the AC needed to be recharged. I could barely drive that car. It would get so hot. And it was just, the heat was killing that car, which was also killing me. And so I did not keep that car. Mostly I used cabs to get around. And, you know, I got over there all right, but the streets are enormous over there. There's minimum, I would say, let me think. I would say a normal size kind of main road in Phoenix area, the East Valley area where I was living. I would say 3 lanes in each direction was kind of average, and always busy. Minimum speed limit, I think, was like 40. So there were no little country roads, and you would have thought they'd have a way better bus system, but they sure didn't have it where I was living. I was living in Chandler. Now Tempe, where Arizona State or whatever it is, sorry, I can't remember the exact name, the university in Tempe, they had a good bus system. Dummy me, I should have moved there. But no, I picked Chandler. Everybody was saying, oh, Chandler, it's great, and you should go there. So I liked it, though. It was nice being a New Englander, and I hate the cold. So it was a different situation climatically, for sure. I remember the first summer I was there, I think it was July, I turned on the TV, watched the weather, and they'd say, hi, very nonchalant, like, they say it all the time, hi today, 114. I'm like, what, 114? Yeah, welcome to the desert. And one of my coworkers had lived in Baltimore, and I lived in Baltimore, and she had just moved to Chandler, well, near Chandler, from Baltimore, and she knew that she asked me, a fellow former Marylander, one day she looked at me and she said, does it ever rain here? And I said, no. Well, it rains in January. It used to rain in September when there was the so-called monsoon season. It was supposed to rain, but when I was there, I lived there from when was it, 01 to 09. And while I was living there, there was no monsoon season. They started calling it the non-soon season because it would get, the problem is there would be moisture aloft up in the clouds, but it would be too hot down by the ground for it to, actually it would rain aloft, but it would evaporate before it would get down to us folks. So it just stayed very, 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 very dry until it cooled off. And the temperatures were 6 months of heaven and 6 months of hell. The let's see, generally starting around Memorial Day until about Halloween. Yeah, Memorial Day to Halloween, it was triple digit heat. Always triple digits. And the last 2 weeks of July were the very hottest weeks of the whole year, where it would get to, let's see, the hottest time of the day is about 3 p.m. and in Chandler it could reach close to 120 degrees outside. Yeah, granted, oh, but it's a dry heat. Oh yeah, but I always likened it to, well, when I was out there, I was thinking, this is the strangest feeling heat, because you can still breathe because it's so dry, but the sun is really strong, and the light, just the light is so very, very bright. And someone with light eyes, it's very blinding, you know. So you need to be careful, take care of your eyes, wear sunglasses. So yeah, there were a lot of precautions you had to take, but I always felt like I was a cookie in the summers in Chandler, just walking around in the oven, baking myself, becoming a golden brown, just like a cookie. And the bell would ring, bing, and this oven door would open and this giant hand would reach in and grab me because I was done. So you adjust. For me, the Phoenix summers became the equivalent of the New England winters. In other words, the indoor season. So you stay indoors from Memorial Day to Halloween, roughly. And then you can start going out to play beginning November 1st and up through the end of May. I would say the nicest month really would be maybe March, April, because by then it's around 80 during the day. I love, and 80 feels good. Especially a very dry 80 really feels really good. So anyway, yeah, that's what I was doing 10 years ago today. And there's parts I miss and parts I don't. I mean, my parents were still alive back then, which at the time I wasn't, I was annoyed. They were, they were good parents, and so they were always very looking out for me, and they annoyed me all the time, but now they're gone, so now I miss them. So that's life goes on. But yeah, still I've never been married, so I wasn't, and I was just me. It's always just me. So yeah, I guess that's really 2005. What else was going on? Really just working at the mall and staying in my little apartment and doing my stuff. That was the year before YouTube started. It took a couple of years. I guess it was a couple of years after that I started in that same apartment when YouTube came along. So how about you? What were you doing in 2005? I would like to hear it. I'll be waiting. Thanks everybody for subscribing to my channel, by the way, and for watching my videos. I've gotten, I think, 8 new subscribers since I started doing Batten VEDA, and I'm really tickled. Thank you so much, and I hope I'll see a lot more videos. There's a lot of people that I haven't really heard from, like you're kind of getting bogged down making videos and stuff like that. So come on, I want to meet you. Let's go. Take care, guys. I'm gonna get some dinner. Have a good night. This has been July Lioness.